Hey, I'm Lily, and this is Luna.
And today we're talking about Vikings and their pets. In a story that tells us about identity, status, and the relationship between humans and animals in Viking culture. The story comes from a 2023 paper by Tessie Löffelmann and her team, published in PloS One. They investigated cremated remains from a Viking cemetery in Derbyshire, England. It's the only known Scandinavian cremation cemetery in all of Britain. Löffelmann's team investigated one particular burial mound that was a person and their two animals, a dog and a horse. They used the chemical signatures from strontium isotopes to identify where the bodies had originated. Strontium is a naturally occurring element found in things like rocks, water, and the soil. How it works is that different regions of the world have distinct strontium signatures based on their geology. And when you eat local food and drink local water, that chemical signature becomes part of your body. It stays in your hair, your bones, and especially your teeth. Your body records everything from what you eat to the environment you're from. Even cremated bones, like the ones at Heathwood Cemetery, still contain chemical signatures. The strontium values match that of the Baltic Shields region of Scandinavia, so Norway or central northern Sweden area as we know it now. The burial appears to be a cremation done on a pyre with various goods for the departed to take with them into the afterlife, including that of their dog and horse. I love Luna, but I don't know if I would ask for her to be sacrificed if I died before her. What's your take on sacrifice, Luna? Oh, thank you. This burial seems to be unique and ritualistic in practice. The individual must have been someone of pretty high status, and horses were seen as spiritually significant in the Viking Age. They were believed to be capable of crossing between worlds, and they appear many times in Norse myths and poetry. And it's also very rare to see a cremation like this because it was not practiced anywhere else in Britain at this time. The historical records from the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle show a Viking army came to England in 865 AD on a quest to expand their power. They took up winter stays in Repton in 873, right where our story takes place. And as a matter of fact, the radiocarbon dates of the bones at the site do match the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle records. Seeing that the other Viking burials at the site were not accompanied by animals, it's likely that this person was a pretty respected member in the army, and that they were allowed to bring their beloved furry friends for the voyage across the North Sea. The story grabbed media headlines because it's romantic and almost cinematic. A warrior and their loyal beasts along for their final journey. But there's so much more to the research than what the articles touched on. Geochemistry is a fascinating field in itself, and isotopic analysis has only been around for a few decades, so there's lots of advancements happening. Something else I found that was neglected in quite a few of these articles about the study was the subjective and unique context of each archaeological site. The simplification and romanticizing of stories like this one can leave out the complex truths. Many of the articles frame the buried person as a masculine warrior, but the original study never even confirmed the gender occupation. The research done on this 1,000-year-old site reflects how much archaeology really is a cross-disciplinary field, from identifying what style of shield clasp the person was cremated with, to the tiny chemical clues that can only be uncovered in the lab. On an emotional level, the story that's unfolded with this individual and their animals is an endearing one. It tells us that our bond with other animals has existed for a very long time. Thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in the archaeology of this site, I'll leave the links at the end.